Hi guys, how's it going tonight? Welcome to the channel. And tonight we're down in Rome, where we're going to be taking a flight up to Naples. It should be quite an interesting one. We've got the Alitalia livery and just working with a new Reshade that we've just stuck into the sim. So we're going to be doing like a low visibility landing tonight on the ILS as we come in for runway 06. So don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below, and now we can get into the cockpit and start the aircraft up. Okay, so we're in the 737-800 series cockpit. So what we can do is we'll turn our battery, which is on, and standby power on and guarded with ground power. After that we'll turn our bat and ground power, go over and do the IRSs, get them all aligned. Put on our panel lights, and we'll arm the emergency lights. Put on the chimes and fasten seatbelts. Get the APU on as well. Get that all started. Put on the pump for that. Next up we'll do the window heat, and we'll put on our probes, and we can turn the packs on, and we'll put the APU bleed on as well. Now we'll turn on our electrics, going for flight level of 210. And today in Naples, the landing elevation for runway 06 is 294. We'll just leave it at 300. So that's all good. Put on our anti-collision. Everything here is all good to go. So what we can do now is we'll go into the FMC. Just turn on our panels down here. As you can hear, the IRS is now ready to be aligned. So we'll go in and get the ATIS, which is Lima India Romeo Alpha. Send that off. Go into our route. Get our positioning. So we'll go ahead and put that in now. And then the cockpit should come to life. Okay, so go to our route. So we'll put in Rome, and then we've got Lima India Romeo November. For our departure, we're departing runway 15. Okay, from there on our route we want to go to Cipro. And then from Cipro we want to go to Sorrento, which is SOR. And then for our arrival we want to take the Sorrento 1 Echo, and we're coming in for the ILS for 06, and we're going to transition off our lever. So we'll activate that now. Go into our perf, got our reserves of 1, cost index of 25, go flight level of 210, go into our takeoff, and then we'll put our flaps 5. So we've got a 149, a 151 and a 157, which we can now bug. Got 210 over on the altitude, which is checked. Coming out of the runway for runway 15. And then what we'll do is now we'll get our weather. So we'll go get our ATIS, which is 040 at 03 and a 1021. So 040 at 23, 040 at 03. Okay, so we've got our ATIS here, 040 at 03 knots. 320 variable 120. So we'll put that in 040 at 03 knots. Okay, go in and get our trim, which is 575. Okay, which is checked. Everything on there is all good, so we're now practically ready to go. So we'll go ahead and turn on our panels, get them all nice and glary. And what we can do now is put the QNH, which is 1021, which will check on either side. Okay, go over now, switch the APUs over to the APU gen, turn the yaw damper on. We'll get our pumps on as well, and we'll turn off the packs, as now we'll go ahead and call the tug to push us back to depart for runway 06.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so he's ready to connect now, so we can put the auto brake to RTO. Everything else here is okay, I'm happy with it. Everything on the overhead is fine as well. So it's 210. So what we can do now is basically let him tug us up, and then we can push back and start engine number 2. So up we go. Aircraft's now lifting us up.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, releasing parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, thank you very much. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start engine number 2, and I'll put engines to both.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, so set the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Here we go to the Gen 1, which will switch over, put our packs on, isolation valve to auto, APU bleed off with the APU, so we're all set to go. We've got our logo light, strobes are steady, we'll wait for the tug to clear off, and then we can get going. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to our flaps 5. Okay, so now we are practically ready to go. Everything's all set, flaps are down to flaps 5. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to come out off of Sierra Bravo 1. We'll then turn left onto Alpha, and then we'll take the Alpha Alpha for runway 15. So everything's now all in check. We can go ahead and put our taxi lights on, and we can bring the controls over ready for our departure. Systems checks are all fine, so we're going to come out, we're going to turn left, and then turn left, and then go on to Alpha. So what we'll do is we'll release the brakes, and now we'll start to power up to go towards the runway. visibility isn't very good today. So we're going to come down onto Alpha. So testing out a new Reshade today. It should be quite interesting. As you can see, the glare with the bloom. So Sierra Bravo. Go on to Alpha. So we'll taxi up to Alpha Alpha and then we'll get the hell out of it. Okay, so right now I'm just going to taxi on for that right turn to get onto the runway. So there's Alpha Alpha. Just passing the hold line. Okay, so now what we can do is we'll turn our runways on, our runway turn-offs, turn our taxis off, strobes to steady, wings and wheel well, and we'll turn our fasten seatbelt signs on, and we're ready to go.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you very much. So we'll taxi on now. 15. Okay, so here we are. Call it the 145, which will just change on our courses. Which is checked, and we'll put our bank to max, turn on the LNAV and the VNAV. We can start the clock, so we'll get ready now. Release the brakes, go to 45%. And toga. Okay, airspeed alive. Check. Throttle hold. Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain.
400.
Check.
Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Okay, so we go to that right turn now.
Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
1000.
Check. So what we're going to do now is turn the auto brake off. As we follow the flight director out of a rocky Rome, go to flaps 1 as we follow round. Just approaching our flaps up. Just getting a little bit rocky. Okay, so flaps up now. Just coming around the bend. Just holding at 212 on the speed restriction. As it is just a little bit rocky. So passing through 5005. And what we can do is we'll turn the gear off. And we can also now turn the QNHs back. Let's make that left turn, back around, spur past the airport. Still flying the aircraft manually. So, still following that left turn, we need to get to Cypri as we follow the sit out as we get ready for that lovely evening arrival. So, staying at 240 on our speed restrictions. Still manually input into the aircraft with the wind. Okay, so now we'll come back. Okay, just keeping on with the flight director now as we just follow it to get back on track. Okay, so once past 5,000 above, now we'll make that right turn, go up to our 250. Okay, so we're just staying stable at 9,000 for 250. So we've got the gear wheel, which is off. We've got our flaps retracted. We've got our auto brake, which is off. Just staying at 9,000. And if we check our legs, we're at Pima for flight level above 110. Then we've got 14 above, and then we'll get to Cipro, flight level 210. It'll be at 9,060 miles out from there. So that's the flight plan. As we seep in some of these amazing views with the work also of the Reshade of the new one I'm testing, so that should be good fun to see. So don't forget to join me, guys, when we get to our top of descent, and I'll see you all when it's time to come down. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Right now we're just near our top of descent, so what we'll do is we'll put that in for 4,000. Once we hit our top of descent, then we can come down. Visibility is not that great, as I've set the weather up to be low visibility, which should make do for a nice arrival, as we're not that far away from our top of descent, as you can see. On the charts we've got a 4,000 for intercept, and as you can see on the charts, going to our legs, we've got 4,000, and then we'll transition off at a lever where we'll come in for the runway on 06. So we'll go ahead and get our ATIS now for Naples. And for the ILS down on 06, we have a 680 on the minimums. Okay, so 680, and we go ahead and do that on the first officer side as well. Which is checked, ready to hit our top of descent. Let's check the ATIS. QNH is 1021. Okay, and we can do that on the other side. 1021. Now gone into our descent. As we get ready to come down into the airport. Wind 09003. And now the aircraft's pitching down. Check our legs page now. Put our start switches to continuous. So we're going to be coming down for Soretta 240, and there's the decel just before we hit Soretta, and then we'll make that right turn and transition at a lever, and then we'll come straight down in for runway 06. So as you can see, visibility isn't great. As I've set that up, we can put the RTO auto brake to number 2. Go ahead and check our approach. We've got a 155 or a 148. Do a 148 plus 5, which will give us a 153, which is checked. Just passing now through 18,000. I'm going to switch the QNHs back over. Transition altitude for I think is 8,000. I'm going to just get them set now, so it's just a little bit easier for us. Open the speed brakes, just to, and there's our runway, right there, where we're going to come down. So we're at 280 now. Once we get to Soretta, then we'll get to 240. And we'll be at flight level 990. So put the speed brakes back in. So QNH is set 1 2. So the QNH is set at 1021. We've got the barrel at 680, which will give us a 395 decision. Got the flaps 40 at 148 for a 152. And we're just coming up for Sorretta, where we'll make that right turn around. Now we're heading on the 147. So, set first officers up. And I might set mine up as well. Can have a look at that whilst we come down. So at 280 now, and in just a second we're going to decel. So just crossing over, as it is very dark now as we come down. So what we can do is we can get the ILS frequency as well. 11015. So we'll set the ILSs up 11015, and we'll do it over on the other side 11015. I'm going to activate them now as we're just crossing over. So as you can see, visibility's not very nice now. It's literally quite dark. Open up the speed brakes as our decel now is in line, ready for us to descend down. So what we'll do is help us along with our decel. Go to 265. Okay, speed brakes back in. Just coming down near 12,000 now. So we'll hit our decel, slow through 250, then come under 10,000, and the aircraft should be all ready to come. So what we can do now is we'll turn our landing lights on, our runway turn-offs, taxis, and we'll turn our wheel well. Tell the cabin that we're ready to come down and to prepare for landing. Once we make that right turn, then we'll do our approach checklist, and we'll get that all set up, ready for our arrival. As you can see there, there's our decel, which will run just in time for us to then slow to 240. As you can see, the aircraft will not go under 10,000 below 25, so now we'll open the speed brakes. As soon as we go under 250, now the aircraft will continue its descent down. So that's basically telling the aircraft we're good to go. So we're going to be at 990 when we make that right turn. Let the speed brake back in. Go ahead and just check our last speed, which is 230 below once we get to that right turn. Got the auto brake which is set, the ILSs are in as well, so should all be good for when we come down. There's our 990. We're going to make that left to right turn now, past Sorretta. Okay, so the aircraft's staying level now for 99. Now we'll descend down 230 below 5,700. There's our next decel point. Ready for us to come in and get us all ready to come down. As you can see, there's runway 4,000 above. So just coming down, getting ready for the approach. So we can go ahead and get our approach checklist. Now the aircraft is going to get itself back on track. So our temperature setting for the aircraft is 1012, which is cross-checked on either side, which is checked. Altitude for the approach is 4,000 feet when we intercept for the ILS on the 056 course, which we can go and change now. Okay, which is checked. After that, we've got our ILS course frequency, which is a 110.15, which is armed and set in the navs on the 056 degree course down for runway 06, and that's my mistake. We've got 053 in the FMC saying the 051, so let's just take the FMCs as obviously it's the sim, but we'll just say we've got the 051 anyway. On our minimums, we've got a 680 degree on the minimums, and that's going to give us a 395 foot decision. After that, we've then got our minimums, and then we've got our taxi lights, which are set to auto, and everything is all good to come down. So we're all set now, ready to come. The auto brake set to number 2, and the aircraft is all established now, ready for our arrival. So once we get near, we'll descend plateau 230 as the aircraft gets ready to come in. Just descended through 7,006. As you can see, visibility is horrible right now. As you can see, there's our next decel for when we make that right turn around for the airport, and we come in. So 5 miles away from the right turn, where then we'll transition for the lever on the star, ready to come in for runway 06. Everything's all set up, ready to go. We can arm the speed brake, and then once we come down and we get to a lever, then we need to be at 202 and then 184. There, and drop a flaps 1. Once we make that right turn, then we'll slow it down to flaps 1 once we pass. So now we're going under the 230. Let's come down through 5,008. Now on the 285. Okay, so just coming around now. What we can do is activate the VOR lock. So next on our speed will be at 202. Okay, there's a VOR. Okay, so now we're going to slow down.
To go.
And if we look on our speeds, the 202. So what we'll do is we'll drop our flaps 1. And then we'll start our diesel again to the 184. Keep open for flaps 2, just for now. Do send down through 4,000 and above. Stay at 4,000 now. Just waiting for the glide slope now, and then we can start to come down. So for the Charlie Foxtrot, we're at the 184. So drop a flaps 5 now. Okay, and there is the glide slope. Now we'll turn on the approach. So just wait for the glide slope to initiate. Okay, there's the glide slope. And what we'll do now is drop the gear and go flaps 15. Okay, go to flaps 25. And we'll go flaps 30. And we've got our 154, or 153. And we'll go flaps 40. Everything is all ready. So come down on the single channel, holding at 153. Just waiting for the airport to come inside. And then we'll come straight down, disconnect the autopilot, and get her in for a lovely arrival. Okay, gears down, 3 green, 140 is checked. There's the airport. So what we'll do is We'll disconnect the autopilot and we'll disconnect the auto throttle. So now I have control of the aircraft.
Approaching minimums. 3 minimums.
Continue.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, speed brakes are up and reversers are active. Okay, manual brake.
80 knots.
Check. Reversers can go in. And we'll just keep the aircraft to a pace. So we'll just get ready to vacate. Put the speed brakes back in. And we can turn off now. And lock the flaps back in. Okay, just coming out of Gulf, just past the hold line, and then we'll turn off our lights. So, hope you enjoyed the landing, guys. And now it's time for our landing cinematics. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave comments down below, and I'll see you all when we get back to taxi to the gate. So, I'll see you in a minute. And there we are, guys, down in Naples for our fly over the night. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below, and I'll see you all very soon for our next available flight. Take care for now, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.